What's all the PMS with Coach G? It's positively motivating sisters with purpose, meaning, style. Are you ready for positive conversations inspiring you to your next level? Do you need motivation to get you growing? Are you a sister, woman, leader, boss, mom, wife, female, her, she? I think you know what I mean. Are you seeking purpose in your life? Do you know the meaning for which you stand? Do you know your style is your unique authenticator? If you answered yes to any one of these questions, this podcast is designed with you in mind, which embodies the whole you mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, and spiritually. Sisters, we are on a journey in connecting you from where you are to your what's next with purpose, meaning, style, and it all starts with you. Hi, this is Coach G, your Chief PMS cheerleader, motivating and empowering you to win in your personal and professional life, your connector, guiding you and bridging the gap from where you are to your what's next. I am your leadership and growth coach, strategist, empowerment speaker, author, mom, wife, Christian, and I get to serve you in doing what I am passionate about. You, sisters, we are on a journey for you living your life on purpose, for purpose, with purpose, meaning, style. Okay, let me start out with Happy New Year. We are in 2024, and thank you as you have shown up and listened and being in this space with me as you continue to even share the love. That means sharing this podcast. And I am so grateful that you are showing up consistently to create those habits and reaching your success story. And you know what? We do that through the education and the inspiration and the elevation in your growth personally and professionally. Before I proceed on, I always like to remind you that you can financially support this show as we continue to empower you and other women on your personal and professional growth journey. For as we continue to have guests on the show, cost of maintaining the show, all you have to do is go to the show description, touch the link, support the show, make a donation contribution, and that's your voice saying, I stand in support of this podcast, how we serve, what we deliver, how we continue to grow on this growth journey together, being a blessing to this podcast so we can continue to bless others on their journey. Okay, welcome to episode 95. So, of course, we're in the new year, right? But the today's topic we want to talk about ditch the New Year's resolution and let's start your evolution. Okay, I have nothing against New Year's resolutions, but what does that mean to you? When we think about a new year, what does that mean to you? What is your goal for this year? That's often the question that we ask because we're in the new year. We start with, what goals that we want to set for ourselves. And some of us may have many goals. Some of us may have one goal, and some of us may have no goals. But I believe in all of us, we see the new year as a new beginning. So we get to set New Year's resolutions, hoping to accomplish that big plan or that big goal, right? And that may be from saving money, being more intentional about your happiness and your joy, improving your physical health, eating healthier, improving your mental health, reading more, learning something new, paying down debt, quitting a bad habit, focusing on your spiritual aspect of your life, traveling, maybe spending more time with friends and family, pursuing a career goal that you've probably had on the shelf, getting a new job, pursuing a new hobby. All those are those goals that we set to achieve, right? But do you know that according to reports, about 8 to 9% of us tend to stick with those goals for about 1 month? So we find ourselves most likely we're gravitating back into the old habits that were not pivotal for our growth in reaching that goal or sticking to that goal. Now, let me tell you, like I said, I have nothing against New Year's resolutions because that is a time that we strongly, we're positive about the possibilities we can achieve because we are in a new year, right? It just sounds like a new beginning. I think of that scripture that says, "Behold, I make all things new and all things are passed away." So for us, we begin to think about all the new things we can do now. We feel like, it's that time to shed those things that did not produce in our lives personally and professionally, those things that did not serve us well, things that did not build us up. So, can we talk about ditching the New Year's resolution and focus on your evolution, starting that evolution? The process of evolution is a gradual, continuous development, change. Let's say that, an unfolding process of growth. It puts me, in the frame of mind one step at a time. Our evolution is progress over perfection, which is how we accomplish the goals, desires, dreams we envision for our lives. I would say evolution allows you the grace and patience and momentum to keep forging ahead. Why? Because this is what we need as we set goals for ourselves. Yes, when we set that weight goal, what do? You create a fitness plan. When you set a financial goal, you put a budget in place. When you set a wellness goal, you set self-care strategies. And both, when we think of that, yes, that's in a New Year's resolution, and even in that part of focusing on your evolution, but they both require planning. But the key here is to be successful is your consistency in staying committed to the evolution. And I'm going to switch over to say the progression to that change or for that change to happen because it is a gradual process, but it's a progress that you're making. So today, I don't want to keep you long. We're here, what, 20, 30 minutes, but I want to share tips. I could share several tips, but I just want to highlight about 3 tips that you can focus or help you focus on your evolution. I want you to keep something in mind. Did you realize that 20% of your activities produce 80% of your results? So, my question to you, or you coach yourself with this question: what results would you like to see? Are the results you're seeing what you want for your life? This causes a time for, as we go into these tips, one of the first things, self reflection. Examining where you are and where you want to grow next. I didn't say go, but grow. Maybe those that are listening, you say, "Hey, I've already did that self-reflection. I did that at the end of 2023, and now I'm moving forward." But you know what? That self-reflection is I would say, you know what? Do it a little bit more often maybe than that end of the year. That's great. It's very insightful, but check in with yourself. Maybe that's once a quarter. Maybe for you, it's once a month. It depends on how hefty those goals are. But you find that sweet spot for you, but one that helps you to continue to evolve. Because in that part of that self-reflection, the process is the progress that you are making along your journey. So you take that moment and you allow yourself time for renewal to focus forward toward your evolution. This can be in gratitude journaling. I told you that is one of my favorite things to do. Tracking your progress, where you are, where you want to be. How do you get, how have you applied those steps? What are things that are working and not working, and understanding your triggers to old habits that are not moving you in the direction you want to grow or evolve. In turn, understanding your triggers can help you develop positive alternative strategies. In other words, it helps you replace the old habits that are stunting your growth. Going beyond the month, we would just say 8 to 9%. Keep those New Year's resolutions for about a month. But we want to go beyond that month. We got 12 months in the year, right? We want to go beyond that. We want to continue to progress through our days, through those months, through the year. And so setting that New Year's resolution, but staying motivated and creating successful habits because we want to go beyond that New Year's resolution. That's why I said we're going to ditch the resolution. Let's talk about starting your evolution, how you evolve as a person, how you evolve in your life, what do, how you do personally and professionally in your life, in your career, in your business, whatever level or stage you are. And then one of those other second tips that can just kind of help you start you on your evolution, take small steps. Something so simple that we talk often about, on this podcast, it's always, I said, take the first step. Your journey and goal is not a race, but it's a gradual progress towards the changes you desire. Your steps are setting things in motion, one step at a time. So I want to ask you this question. What does your goal or growth feel like, look like, sound like? In other words, create the world around you using those five senses that we've been gifted with, which helps stimulate those different parts of your brain. Yes, I'm talking about feel, see, hear, smell, and taste. Now you may say, okay, I can kind of envision the part of, how it feels, how it looks, how it sounds, but how it smells and tastes. So let me talk a little bit more about that. When we talk about actually stimulating those five senses, when you're taking those steps toward that evolution in your life, with that feel or touch, create a physical representation of something that you can touch that will remind you of your growth goal. Then see it. You know, this is very simple of something that we talk about a lot about creating a vision board. We hear it often, and a lot of us probably done it. If you haven't, I encourage you to do it. But when you see it, you create a vision board so you can look at it to help you focus on your growth goal. It could be quotes, it could be words, or on your desk or your wall. In particular, on my wall in my office, there's one frame that talks about success, and it states success, the predictable result of hard work, patience, sacrifice, digging deep, and pushing hard every day. So when I look at that, as I continue to not so much focus on this New Year's resolution, but how do I evolve as Coach G, as myself? How do I evolve in my business? How do I evolve as a person, as a leader? That reminds me to keep going and evolving. So going beyond the goal, but actually making it a lifestyle development and evolution of Coach G. And then one of the other senses in that part of taking those small steps is hear how it sound, listen to positive reinforcement. Maybe that's speaking affirmations daily. I always talk about give yourself love notes. What are you saying to yourself? How are you giving yourself love? Listening to a podcast like, okay, hey, you're already doing it because you're listening to us all the PMS, right? But then there are other podcasts that you can listen to that actually reinforce that positive, motivation that keeps you moving, that keeps you growing, that keeps you developing on your growth journey. And then when we talk about that smell, you identify with smells that invigorate your mind and creativity. How do you evolve in that as you step into that next level of growth, as you step into that next goal, as you set that goal or that plan? What are those smells or things that actually you notice that ignite and invigorate your mind and creativity? And then the taste. Yes, incorporate nutritious meals and snacks that energize you when you're working towards a project or working towards a goal. Make sure you're taking care of you, how you eat, what you consume, and does it give you energy? And then one of the last tips I want to share is create a support team. You know, that can take you a long way because community, you want to connect with a positive community which aligns with your values, shared goals, and provide collective support along your growth journey, which can help you foster that accountability, encouragement, and motivation, helping you in the evolution progress of your life, whatever stage that you're in your life, maybe in your career, in your business. Which what better time than purposely being intentional in connecting with what I now introduce to you, the Queen's Court Society School of Growth membership. Yes, that is a positive community of women leaders coming together, fostering their growth holistically, because we always talk about mentally, emotionally, socially, physically, financially, all those areas of your life. So I invite you to get active into this personal growth program with other like minded women leaders ready to elevate and evolve into her next level of growth. Is that you? Maybe you're saying, okay, man, here I am. I'm in January 2024. You know what? I have some goals that I want to achieve. There are things that I want to do, but maybe not so much focusing on the goals, but focusing on your growth. How can you grow into those things? How can you grow to do things in a different way to help you evolve? So, we are this program is one that we stand to be accountable for our growth goals as we propel and rise to new levels in our success. So I invite you, it all just started, and I invite you to be a part of it, be a part of this women accomplishing a lot in their life, because you know what, that's maybe you where you said, hey, I've done a lot, I listen. Okay, you've done a lot, great, but I also know that you're seeking to continue to grow into your next, with that purpose and intention, which you're saying, you know what, I want to own my life to new levels. Well, then this program is for you because we're committed to your lifetime time growth and learning and development in whatever stage that you're in. And what do? Go to the show description, touch the link, Queen's Court Society School of Growth, get into the membership, get into this growing community where you will have the support, encouragement, and empowerment as you continue to lead your life on that journey, evolving, creating that meaningful change in the world, and choosing to own your brilliance, braveness, and branding. Or maybe you're at a level where you're saying, oh, okay, I need one on one coaching. I need one on one signature coaching, Coach G. I'm here for that as a service to you as well. Where do you go? Go to gstylecoaching.com, go to the website or go to the show description, touch on the link, and give yourself that gift to say, you know what? Here's me ditching the resolution, right? But now, how I nurture, how I want to evolve in my life is applying myself in an environment that will help me nurture my growth as you move into your next. So I thank you as you continue to listen, as you continue to share, as you continue to comment, like, subscribe, follow, rate. All of this help increase our visibility and reach. And I look forward to the things and the changes and the evolution of how we will grow in 2024. So if there are topics that you want to hear more of or things that you want to hear conversations about, please send share it. Put it in the comments. Share it because you can actually, again, go to the show description and go ahead and say, you know what, these are some things I would like to hear more about, Coach G, because we are here on your growth journey as you continue to grow and evolve. So thank you in advance as you continue to support this show. And in saying all of that, Until next time, sisters, let's keep growing because it all starts with you.